Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. All right, Christmas was yesterday, but last night began Hanukkah. As the sun was setting, the Jewish day begins. It begins with night and then goes into day. And last night, Jewish families from around the world would have gathered to light the first candle of Hanukkah. It's called the Shamash. It's the helper candle. It will light one single flame, but that flame will begin 8 nights and 8 lightings of other candles that are of Hanukkah, the festival of lights. This festival, however, is much more than something about lighting candles. It's a story of resistance, a story of miracle, and a story of hope that continues to inspire after more than 2,000 years. The story of Hanukkah is rooted, or the celebration of Hanukkah is rooted in about 167 BCE, before the current era, or the Christian era. And the Syrian Greek ruler Antiochus IV, he was Antiochus Epiphanes, is often called, he had outlawed Jewish practice, and he'd even desecrated the temple in Jerusalem. A small band of Jewish fighters, the Maccabees, they led a successful rebellion against one of the most powerful armies in the world. And when they reclaimed and cleansed the temple, there was only enough pure oil to light the menorah for one day. But that small amount of oil burned for 8 days, enough time to prepare new oil that would meet the conditions of ritual purity. So let's take this celebration and do 3 things real quick. First, let's talk about the power of dedication. The word Hanukkah itself means dedication. A lot of Jews on the first night of Hanukkah will sing Ma'at Zesur, which is Rock of Ages. It remembers this dedication. And like the Maccabees, Judas Maccabees, his brothers, and others who refused to give up their identity, those candles are lit as a symbol of religious freedom and cultural preservation, especially important right now with the rise of anti-Semitism in this world again. So these menorahs should be placed in the windows, proudly declaring the right to practice the faith. Second point, food and fellowship. Oh, look, we Christians, we eat good food for Christmas generally, but I'm not sure we even hold a candle to what's eaten at Hanukkah. There are latkes and potato pancakes that are fried to crispy perfection. There's an aroma that comes with that. They have these jelly donuts in Israel that are kind of the preferred treat. These foods are to remind us of the oil that was a miracle oil for sustaining the lighted menorah. But they're cooked within that as well. There are lots of other things that are cooked and eaten. They have rugula, which is this kind of cream cheese pastry that is so good. But anyway, all of this is designed not only for the memory, but to bring families together in celebration, because we celebrate God's victory in our life, in our culture, and in our faith. Now, a third thing I'll tell you are the games and the joy. I've got 2 of my grandkids that were at a school where they learned not only Christmas carols, but they learned Hanukkah carols. And one of them was dreidel, 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 da, 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 da. And we were making jokes off the dreidel. It's a little top you spin, and it's got letters of the certain letters, 4 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. It's got a gimel, it's got a nun, and there are games that are a hey and a shin, I think, are the other 2. But those stand for Nes Gadol Hayash Sham, which means a great miracle happened there. It's a reference back. The last letter in Israel is Pei for Po, which is here. And this simple spinning top is to teach children, in the song, to teach children centuries of history. And it's a really neat way to think through the Torah. So last night, first candle lit. Tonight, the next. Last night, there should have been 3 blessings pronounced. And then tonight, I think there are 2 more blessings pronounced. But the third blessing last night was the Shehekeyanu. I think I'm not saying it just right, but it's thanks God for bringing us into this season. It's why I've made this your video thought for today.